Welcome to qnawire.
In this problem, we've got two similar systems. So we've got a person right here. We've got a plane mirror right here. And we've got an object, which is an arrow, object A right here. And we've got a similar system right here. So a same person, same mirror. And you can see that the lengths of the mirrors are the same in both systems. And then we've got another arrow, another object, arrow B, but this time you can see that it's slightly towards the left as compared to arrow A, and also kind of well in the middle of the person and the mirror. And we have to figure out if the entire object is going to be visible to the person right here in both these cases. And we're going to do that by using the fact that angle for plane mirrors, the angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. And we use that, and we'll draw some rays, and we'll see that well, if the rays from the top of the arrow and the bottom of the arrow both reach the person, then only can the person see the image of the entire arrow in the mirror. And we will use this fact. So let's start with drawing out the rays from arrow A, and we see that from the bottom, the ray can easily hit the mirror and reach the person. So we're fine with that. And then we can see that even from the top of the arrow, if we draw a ray, it will also hit the mirror and then reach the person. So we're fine in that aspect too. We can see that in the image of arrow A will be visible in its entirety to the person, because all of the rays from the bottom to the top will be able to reach the person after being reflected from the mirror. Now let's move with this system and first draw a ray from the top of the arrow. We can see that it can be easily reflected also and reach person B. So we're fine with that also. But when we draw the arrow from the bottom, well, we see that this time, even if it reaches the bottom of the mirror, that means the highest possible chance of it actually being reflected back to the person, it still is not able to, because you can see the angle of reflection is going to be equal to the angle of incidence, but it's going to, and because of that, it's going to go to this point right here. And it actually, you can see that the two reflected rays are actually diverging, so this ray will never reach the person. And the reason I drew it I made the ray strike the bottom of the mirror is that, well, if I make it strike the top of the mirror, that gives me absolutely no chance of it reaching the person. So that's why I use the highest possible chance of it actually making it to the person's eye. And we see that even in that case, it doesn't actually reach the person. So only in the first case are we able to see the entire image, but in the second case, we cannot see the entire image.